Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Christine and I'm here to help you expand your consciousness, help you fully realize your true authentic self, and tap into the spiritual guidance that is within and around you. If you're on your spiritual journey or you're just curious about the spiritual world, then remember to click subscribe so you don't miss a video to help you on your spiritual journey. And just like you, I'm also on my own, so we can definitely grow and learn together. In today's video, I wanted to talk to you about 10 signs that you are psychic so that you are aware and that you are not crazy. We're all on this spiritual journey together. Some are far ahead, some are, coming right along, but we are all psychic. And here are the 10 signs to know for sure that you are psychic. So the number one sign that you are psychic is that you have lucid, vivid dreams, and you also experience astral projection, sleep paralysis, or out-of-body experiences, as well as premonitions. Those are all signs that you are psychic in a form of dreams, in a form of traveling outside of your body, and to receive information about the future through your dreams. So the dreams is connected to the subconscious mind, and the subconscious mind is connected to the spiritual realm. So it definitely makes sense that when we fall asleep, we are traveling in the spiritual realm, and that allows our spirit and our soul to travel and experience things in the spiritual realm that would not make sense to us in this physical world. And we can get a lot of information, a lot of messages, a lot of guidance in the spirit world through our dreams, which is why sometimes people say, I need to sleep it off, and that's how they find the answer. When they're sleeping, they find answers to their problems. When they're sleeping, their spirits or ancestors or guides give them answers, or they have information about the future or something that's about to happen very soon. Number two, you can sense energies and spirits around you. So when you're first developing your psychic abilities, or if you're a full psychic already and you know how to sense energies and navigate your way through this life spiritually, you are able to connect with spirits. You're able to sense spirits. Sometimes you can see them, sometimes you can just feel them, but whenever there's spirits around you, you know that they're there. You can also hear them, and they show themselves to you. So an example would be you're just walking in your living room and you see a full-fledged living being standing by the door or standing by the staircase. And that's something that people experience as they become more psychic, as they start to awaken to their spiritual gifts. And it kind of becomes a normal thing. You can also start communicating with spirits and beings of light and angels, or whatever you believe in. You can start communicating with them as well. And you can just sense presence where they're there. Like, even when you don't see them, you can feel them there. And sometimes, depending on the type of spirit, you can sense their energy and you'll feel comfortable or uncomfortable. And sometimes spirits will even touch you or talk to you, or just completely show themselves in full flesh form to you. I remember in middle school and high school, as I was living in this house, before I walked into this house that my family was about to buy, I just had a terrible nosebleed. Like, I was bleeding like I've never bled before, and I was just sitting downstairs, so I didn't get to explore the whole house. But through the years living there, I realized that there were a lot of spirits there. And as I mentioned, there was a graveyard not too far away as well. And a lot of people see spirits there, a lot of people sense energies there. And I've had pretty terrible experiences there as well, with spirits, negative energies as well, and just random energies that would just pass by, full flesh form, even shadows and noises, and people touching me, sensing energies, feeling like someone is there, but they're not. But I just couldn't see them with my physical eyes. And so those are the type of experience that you will encounter when you are psychic, because when you're psychic, all your senses are open, and so you're able to perceive all the energies around you. The third sign that you're psychic is that you're able to receive information from out of nowhere. So it's basically kind of like you are intuitive but enhanced. Psychic is basically just an enhancement of intuitive or intuition. The more you develop your intuition, you're basically developing your psychic abilities. And so you might receive information in the form of images, in the form of premonitions through your dreams, in the form of synchronicities, like repeating numbers, repeating names, repeating places, And so those are all signs that you are psychic, because you're able to receive information from out of nowhere, and even though it's out of nowhere, it's accurate and it's true. The fourth sign that you are psychic is that you have a great imagination. You have a wild, creative imagination, and that's because your third eye right here is most likely open if you are psychic. So you're able to see things from a different perspective. You're able to see things in the spiritual realm, and because you can see beyond the physical world, your mind is expanding beyond the physical world, and so you can perceive all of these things in the spiritual realm that is not possible in the physical world. And so your mind is always imagining things, always creating things, and always finding creative solutions and thinking outside the box. So that is another way that you can tell that you're psychic, is because your mind isn't normal. It's not like society, you know, like you are a special child. You are a special person because your mind is very special. Your mind is very connected, and your mind is very expansive. The fifth sign that you're psychic is that you didn't fit in when you were a child. You were probably kind of quiet, and you probably talk about weird things, and you probably had really weird imaginations that make you not fit in with the normal kids in school, because when your mind is so expansive and so wild and you can see beyond the normal, you know, it makes you not normal in society. Like, people don't want to think about spirits. They don't want to hear about it. They think it's weird. They're scared of it. And so when you talk about it, they're kind of like weirded out by by the conversations. They're weirded out by your imagination. And you were probably quiet when you were a child because you're more observant. You like to observe people more than talking and participating in the full activity. Yes, there are times when you like to participate in activities, but a lot of the times you're more observant and introspective. And because kids who are psychic don't fit in, or even in your adulthood, when you feel like you don't fit in, it's because you don't feel like you belong here. You feel like there's something missing. And the people that you surround yourself with isn't the type of people that really understand you. And so it's almost like this craving for understanding, craving to be understood, craving for intimacy in like a deeper, more profound level than surface level. The sixth sign that you are psychic is that you hear noises. An example of this would be when you're sitting alone by yourself, and then all of a sudden you hear someone calling your name, but when you turn around, no one is there, and you know that no one is there. And that is a spirit actually communicating with you, whether it's your angels, your spirit guides, cosmic beings, light beings of light, whatever you want to call it. And sometimes you can hear them clearly. Sometimes it just sounds kind of like a radio gone wrong, like almost like you're trying to fix the radio to a certain station and it's not the right station, so it's kind of like blurry, but you can actually hear like someone or something is trying to speak with you, but it's just not clear enough for you to understand what it is. Sometimes you'll hear the people or spirits speaking to you in different languages as well, and so those type of things happen. And another example would be like you're just laying upstairs and you hear walking downstairs, and you know that no one is home, and you checked to make sure no one's home, and to your surprise, no one is home. The seventh sign is that mirrors freak you out, because mirrors are basically portals to the spiritual realm. They're portals to other dimensions. And so when you walk past mirrors, it kind of, you know, like it makes you feel weird because you know that it's a portal. And so when you look into that portal, it's almost like something is looking back at you and you don't feel comfortable. And whenever I see mirrors, I tend to turn my mirrors away. So I have a full body mirror that I cannot look at night. And whenever I pass it to go to my bathroom, I'm always staring at it and I feel uneasy about it. So I always turn it around or get a cover to cover it, or any mirror, like makeup mirrors, I always tend to like flip it over or turn it over so I don't have to look at it. And I don't want to be able to see like spirits in the mirror or reflections of anything in the mirror. That freaks me out. Even when you're watching TV and the TV is turned off and so there's only a black screen, and when you look at it, sometimes it feels uneasy because it's almost like it's a reflection. So anything that has a reflective base, it kind of feels weird for people who are psychic, because they know that the portal is open and that there could be someone or something there at any time. Another sign that you may be psychic is that as a child who has empathy towards other beings, and it doesn't necessarily have to be with other people, but it can be with animals, with environments, with bugs as well. So an example of this would be like if you saw when you were a child and you saw a bee was drowning in the water, you wanted to save the bee and you did your best and did everything that you can to save the bee and to help it fly again and to make sure that it's good and healthy before it goes out into nature so that it can survive. You may also want to feed flies. So an example of this would be when I was younger and there was a pool table in my grandma's basement, and so I was eating McDonald's down there with my sister and my cousins, and there was a fly and I wanted to feed the fly because, you know, like as an empath, you just want to make sure that everyone gets a piece of something and no one is left behind. And so we fed the fly. You may also be very sensitive to other people's energies when they feel sad and you really want to be there for them. And people are drawn to you because you're trustworthy and they just feel like they can trust you because you have this energy about you, this vibe about you, that when people get close to you, and even when they don't get close to you, they can just automatically know that they can trust you. The ninth sign is that you don't want to be surrounded by too much energies, like people at crowded places. And if you do, you find that you're very drained and you want to just come back home and relax, because when you're psychic, you're like a magnet to all of these energies that are around you. So if you're walking to the club, if you're walking into a meeting, you can automatically sense all of these energies. And even if you don't notice it at first, by the end of the meeting, by the end of the night, you just want to go home and just be by yourself because you need time to clear out all of these energies that are lingering and attached to you. The 10th sign that you're psychic is that you're able to feel things on a physical level. So let's say you are walking around your house and then you just have this intense feeling that there's a presence in the room with you, but you're just not sure where it is because, you know, you just can't see it. And all of a sudden you feel like this sensation on your face, or you feel like someone hit your head, or you feel some type of sensation on your body. You're able to sense energies physically. So you're able to basically, like if a spirit like if a spirit passed away and it had like a heart attack, you can feel pain in your heart. Or if a spirit is trying to get your attention and in the spiritual realm is like hitting your head, like you can literally feel the spirit hitting your head and you feel as if someone just got like a slipper or a book and slapped your head. You can even feel spirits touching you. Let's say you close your eyes, right, and then you have a sense that there's a spirit in front of you and you're just like, okay, there's a spirit in front of me, and then you kind of watch what it's gonna do, and then it just comes over and touches your face. You can literally feel the sensation of the spirit touching your face. And so that is a sign that you are psychic. You're able to feel spirits in the spiritual realm when they're touching you. Alright guys, those are the 10 signs to know that you are psychic. And I've experienced all of this before, so I know for a fact that it's real. These aren't the only signs that you might encounter when you are psychic, but these are the signs that I've encountered. So if you enjoyed this video, remember to click subscribe and like, and comment below what other experiences you might have encountered as you became more psychic and when you start becoming more aware of everything around you. You can also visit my website at spirittarotguide.com to learn more about spirituality, to learn more about spirit communications, and I'm also a tarot reader, so you can also book a tarot reading with me on my website at spirittarotguide.com to get a more profound and in-depth tarot reading. Till then, next time, I'll see you next time.